Climb. Climb. Ah! Greetings and welcome to the much requested and long sought after The Long Dark. That's right, we are diving into a new survival game. And, you know, I hear this game could be pretty brutal. Okay, let's dive into a sandbox game. So we've got Pilgrim for players who are more interested in pensive exploration than harrowing survival. Wildlife will not attack. Well, that sounds a little bit too easy. You are an explorer in equal parts hunter and hunted. The world will... Oh, that's a bit freaky. Is that a wolf? That must be a wolf. The world will not give you anything freely, but you'll find that with time you can master it. For players who are looking for a reasonably challenging exploration survival experience, but not a punishing one. Stalker. Your demise waits behind every hilltop, shelter and tree. Only by skill and determination can you snatch another hour from death's hungry jaws. Not for the faint of heart. Only the strong survive. For players who are looking for a punishingly challenging survival experience, gameplay is tuned to be more realistic, wherever this makes the experience more challenging. Well, you know what? As I've never played this game before, and I've got no real idea what I'm setting myself up for, apart from a couple of videos of other people playing it that I have seen, let's go Stalker. Why not? Why not? We'll go full hardcore. You know, I'm going to die probably sooner or later anyway, because I don't know what I'm doing, so let's just make it super hardcore. Why not? I will take the dude, because I am a dude. Fantastic. Mystery Lake, that is the only place that we can go to, and therefore, it's where we will. A mysterious geomagnetic storm has brought your plane crashing down into the northern Canadian wilderness. How long can you survive? Probably forever. I mean, I'm ultra hardcore. I'm like the best there is. It is hard to adapt to chaos, but it can be done. I am living proof of that. It can be done. I'm not sure who that quote was by because it disappeared before I noticed. Oh, here we are then. Right, we've arrived. We've arrived in this northern Canadian wilderness. It's cold. That's my breath. Is there like I don't think there is an external view, but I'm probably not dressed for the winter. But having been in a plane crash, I was probably in, you know, warmish clothes. There was an animal there, but I doubt I can catch that with my bare hands. So I guess we're just gonna have to press on. This looks like a frozen river, and there's normally stuff on rivers. So should we head downstream? Let's head downstream and see. That means we're heading downhill, which is probably good. Whoa! What's that? That's a wolf! That's not good! Run away! Run away! I don't want to die already! I'm now warmer, having run onto a frozen river. Oh no, I don't want to be eaten by a wolf on my first, like, 5 minutes in the game. Ow! Oh no! God, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing! Build strength. Attack. Build strength. I've been eaten already. You died from loss of blood and shock from a wolf attack. Well, there we go. I survived for 19 minutes. Pretty impressive, I think, isn't it? I mean, that's not 19 real-life minutes playing the game, obviously, because I've only been playing the game for, I don't know, maybe a minute or two. Fine. Back in we go. I know I said I might go on an easier difficulty setting, but I'm not going to. I am going to go hardcore all the way. This time I shall survive. I just need to be a little bit luckier and not run straight into a wolf when I have no weapons at all. You know, I once read an interesting book which said that most people lost in the wilds, they die of shame. You see, they die of shame. What did I do wrong? How could I have gotten myself into this? Oh. Well, let's try not to die of shame from having died to a wolf attack. Doubly shaming, if I do say so myself. It's a bit like a cave. This could be quite useful, actually. A cave is going to be quite a useful place to be. But if we can remember where this is, maybe we'll come back here. Is it sunset or sunrise? I don't know. I just don't know. What are our priorities here? Basically warmth, shelter, and a weapon. Absolutely, we need a weapon. I'm not quite sure what... Oh no, not a wolf again! Run away! Maybe I can fight it this time. I'm not quite sure what I did wrong last time, but let's try climb. 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 Ah! Build strength, attack! Build strength. Build strength, attack! Build strength, attack! Build strength, attack! I think I got it! I think I drove it off, but I'm losing blood. Oh no! I'm losing blood. At risk for infected wounds. Well, that's just lovely. Obviously, that's exactly what I want right now, is to get some infected wounds and to die in some horrible, painful, yet agonising way.
This is serious.
Oh well, apparently it's serious. So maybe I won't even get to that point. Maybe I'll just bleed to death. Condition 10%. I'm just gonna 9%. I'm definitely gonna bleed to death. Well, it was nice knowing you guys. Seems that Survivor number 2 is going to just go the same way as Survivor number 1 did, only slightly slower. At least I defeated the wolf. And I think next time... Oh, look, there's buildings. If I can make it to those buildings, maybe they'll have some kind of like treatment in there, like some bandages and some antibiotics. 6%. Come on, keep going. Keep going. You can make it, Survivor man. You can make it to the salvation. Your salvation lies in those little holiday huts or whatever they are, little fishing huts. All you need is a med kit. My hearing is starting to go funny. My heart rate is slowing. I need to go into one of these buildings. Where's the door? I'm feeling a bit fuzzy. Is there? Let's just have a little rest. You died from blood loss while sleeping. Well, there we go. This time we survived for 41 minutes. That is like double the time we survived last time. So we're moving in the right direction. Obviously, we're moving in the right direction. Right, well, let's just try again. Let's try again and see how far we can get this time. The foraging for food and water, the struggle for life in a world without masters, housed in a body that man had made dependent on himself. Right, we're back. We really want to avoid being attacked by a wolf this time. Look, train tracks, civilization. These have to lead somewhere. A building or something? I don't know. I mean, I guess I can't just chop trees down with my hands. Oh, what's this? Here we go, look. This looks like a pretty substantial structure. This time we're going to be fine. The Carter Hydro Dam. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a deer. Estimated time requires tool. Okay, well, we don't have a tool. Let's head into the dam. There's bound to be something in the dam. You know, like maybe a knife or like a crowbar or something. Now, of course, the storyline of this game is that a geomagnetic storm has basically... Well, I mean, I guess you don't know at this point. You don't know like what's happened to the rest of civilization, but it's caused your plane to crash. And a geomagnetic storm, of course, is a real thing. I mean, you get CMEs, coronal mass ejections, from our sun, and when they head towards us, if they hit the Earth, then they cause a surge. Basically, they interact with the magnetic field, and they will cause a surge in any power lines. And because we have like massive power networks all over the place, you can get some pretty big surges. Oh, there's a wolf! There's a wolf inside the dam. How did it get in here? We've driven it away, but we're dying. I thought this place was going to be my salvation, but it has turned out to be my doom, I suspect. The wolf's probably still in here somewhere. He is! I think I killed it. I did! I killed the wolf! Harvest meat. Of course, this is just going to... Stop. That just killed me. Because I sat down and decided to harvest meat whilst I was bleeding to death. Well, I'm now going to bleed to death. And of course, it's pitch black in here, and I can't see anything. And you died from blood loss. Death number 3. 1 hour and 4 minutes, though. Even longer. We're moving in the right direction now. We're really moving in the right direction. Right, let's try one more time. We're going to try one more time, and that'll be that. That'll be that for my first playthrough. It's probably going to be pretty painful to watch, especially if you know this game. Maybe people can post comments and tips and hints and tips, and then I can try again, armed with a bit more information. Not sure what you think. Obviously, I could make things a lot easier for myself by, you know, not going into maximum hardcore mode on day one. But would that be more fun? I don't know. Maybe it would be. Maybe it'd be more fun not instantly dying every time I go into the game. But yeah, look. Is that a village over there, or like a train station? Oh wait, we've got a hut here. This is it now. This time, look. The dam, that was horrible. You don't want to go into some creepy old dam after a geomagnetic storm has just wiped out everything and presumably affected the wildlife in some way to cause them to go mental and attack you. But a camp office, oh well, that is another story. Oh, there was a wolf outside, I think, but fortunately we got inside before it reached us, and we've slammed the door and we've locked it, and here we are. Safe at last. Right, we're just going to hole up here, I think, for forever. Antiseptic.
Nobody needs this anymore.
I need it, or I may need it. I'm sure I will need it. Potbelly stove. Well, if we can get some wood, this is it. This is a survivalist dream. We've got a nice contained. Oh, what's that noise? Storm lantern.
I could use this.
I certainly could use it. Fantastic. Right. Well, I guess if we can get some wood for that stove. We've got a workbench in here. Oh, this is it. Oh, first aid kit. Water purification tablets. Fantastic. Sewing kit. Awesome. What about bandages? You know? Reclaimed wood.
That'll come in handy.
That will come in handy. Back door. Oh, this is going to lead outside. We have to watch out for wolves. Well, let's continue searching before we leave. There may be other things in here, but this is going to be our home. We have decided this will be our this is our base of operations. It's perfect. What? Who is that? Maybe this isn't perfect after all. Hello? Are you? It's a corpse. He's dead. Shall we? This is a bit gruesome, but we're going to check him.
Here.
Condensed milk. Why is he carrying around a tin of condensed milk? How odd. Well, we're taking it. Is that it? That's all he had on him, is just a tin of condensed milk. I wonder if we could drag him outside and bury him. I mean, this is a brilliant place, but I don't really fancy sharing it with a corpse. Especially if we start to heat it up with a fire and everything. Oh, a granola bar. Nice. And a tin of sardines. Oh, we've got loads of food. We've got a bedroll. We've got a book. Eventually, a source of knowledge. For now, something to burn when you're freezing. Good point. There's a bed, but I don't think I'm tired. Fatigue, rising, cold, going down, hunger, rising, thirst. Fine. We seem to be all fairly well. We've got a bedroll. These are our survival options. We've survived for 42 minutes. I guess we're going to have to go back outside again. I was hoping there would be like an axe or something in here, but that's some painkillers. That's useful.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Well, I don't think they do. I mean, that guy's not going to be feeling any pain now. Fine. Well, I think we're going to have to go. We'll go out the back door. And we'll do a bit of looking around. We really need a weapon or something, though. Do they not have anything? Maybe something behind the bar? Or, I mean, surely, this is Northern Canada. Surely... Oh, some accelerant.
I could use this.
Yes, I could use that. Surely everyone would have like shotguns and things, wouldn't they, in this sort of environment? Can we deerskin bedroll, deerskin boots, fishing tackle, hook, line, old man's wound dressing, rabbit skin mitts, snare, torch, wolfskin coat. Is that it? That's all the things that we can craft. What about a weapon? Well, fine. Fine, we'll just go outside and we'll carry on talking about disaster scenarios. So, oh look, pork and beans. So, it's certainly possible for a geomagnetic storm to cause widespread power outages. And, you know, you could argue that if you wiped out our modern electricity distribution system entirely and things like the internet, that the panic that would rise... Whoa, whoa! The wolves back! The wolves are back! I got inside, but I think it got me. Am I alright? I think I'm alright. Well... This game is ridiculously hardcore. Ridiculously hardcore. There really is no weapons in here, is there? So I'm just going to have to make a run for it. I think. Am I? That's what we're going to do. Yeah, so a geomagnetic storm, certainly possible for a large enough geomagnetic storm to wipe out all of our power systems. I suppose in theory that could also knock planes out of the sky, although I think the main threat, the main reason why geomagnetic storms are so dangerous to us is because we have these huge distributed power networks. You know, we basically have cables strung all the way along our countries, you know, like from one end of the country to another, and all throughout them. And so as the geomagnetic storm hits, the magnetic interaction with those cables creates electricity. You know, it creates charge, as any magnet will do when brought into proximity with a cable. And of course, over such large distances, you get a massive power build-up, which causes all of the transformers and everything to blow out. So, whether it could realistically knock a plane out of the air, I think it would have to be very, very powerful. You know, these things are possible. The star, you know, the sun is a star, and therefore capable of, you know, extraordinary violence. But it's pretty unlikely. It's pretty unlikely that we'd see something on this sort of scale. Plus, of course, as it's a threat that we know and understand, at least to a point, it's one that we can do some, you know, we can do some sort of things. We can take measures to mitigate against it, and there already are lots of measures taken to mitigate against it. There was actually quite a famous large geomagnetic storm that knocked out power, I think, across Canada back in the sort of the early 20th century. But obviously at the time it wasn't that big of a deal because, of course, power networks weren't you know, weren't as widespread or as important, you know, as vital to everyday use. So I don't know. It's an interesting one for sure. It's definitely interesting. And if, you know, as far as disaster scenarios go, oh, there's wolves everywhere. How are you supposed to get up there? Get up! Oh, I'm gonna get mauled again. I think playing this game in hardcore with no idea what I'm doing is perhaps not the best idea. Right, we're losing blood. We better get back to the house and see if we can't patch ourselves up. Yeah, you know, there are lots of pretty there are lots of pretty plausible disaster scenarios. Oh yeah, stop moaning. Right, how do I heal myself here? We're cold, but we're getting warmer. Let's start a fire. There we go. We got a lovely fire going. Oh, it's, of course, we're taking ages to do it, and our condition is falling all the time because we didn't address that. Do we even have the things we need to address it? I don't know. I don't think have any bandages. We've got, I don't know, bits and pieces. So whilst we start this fire, let's just carry on talking about disaster scenarios. Obviously, you have the asteroid impact scenario. Which is relative. Well, I mean, all of these scenarios obviously are extremely unlikely, but it's extreme unlikeliness in a variety of ways, if you know what I mean, or on a variety of scales. How do we treat ourselves? Equipment, first aid. Oh, here we go. Infection risk, blood loss, treatment, items needed. Oh, right, here we go. Bandage. Did I have bandages all along in my personal first aid kit? I bet I did, didn't I? I bet I did. Fine. Alright, we're going to use that. Oh, there we go. Look, I'm fine again. Once again, I am now fine. I'm getting a little hungry and a little thirsty. Equipment. We've got loads of stuff in here, look. Let's, cotton long underwear. Oh, this is what we're wearing, look. Bandages. We've got 2 bedrolls now. We had all sorts of stuff. Why did I not look in my inventory before? Oh, well, there you go. That's what you get for diving into a game far too early on. Water purification tablets, very good. Yes. I guess does that tick mean we're wearing currently? Yeah, that must. Or it's like a sock, isn't it, or something? Sock or a tick? I don't know. One or the other. So yeah, sorry, we're talking about disaster scenarios. There's lots of disaster scenarios, which are very, very, very low probability, but the end result of it is so catastrophic that it's still. Is that literally it? That's already run out. Fine. Well, never mind. Are we gonna go for another walk? Every time we step foot outside, we just get mauled to death by a wolf. Oh look, there's that fella over there. Should we just go and have at him? We're just going to go and have at him. The thing... Actually, no, we're not going to go over this way. So, yeah. Whoa! Hello, dear. So, yeah, that's, you know, things like that you can't stop. Obviously, asteroid impacts we potentially can see coming and can stop. And we... Oh, apparently I just... Quick. First aid. What can we use to... We need... painkillers. There we go. Apparently we're now healthy. But we have 3% condition. It's all going... I don't think I'm long for this world. I'm now cold. Staggering along. I've got a sprained ankle. I've got 3% condition. Yeah. It's not gonna be much longer. Don't worry. The pain will soon be over, and you can all rest. Oh look, it's that place again. Alright, let's head over there. I guess part of this game is learning the lay of the land, so you know where everything is, and you can kind of dash from one place to another and find all the resources you need to survive, and you'll last longer each time you try. I guess that's the theory. Certainly it's worked for me. I'm pretty sure every play I have lasted slightly longer than before. In fact, this one, I've been going for ages. Days, probably. But yeah, there you go. You know, interesting. We can, if we play this game again, and I'm sure I will, then we can talk a bit more about different disaster scenarios. Maybe each episode I can talk a bit about different potential disaster scenarios. Wouldn't that be wonderful? There's quite an interesting video if you're interested in sort of like the asteroid threat. Scott Manley, who does a lot of YouTubing, he's does a lot of Kerbal Space Program and other sciencey type ones. He's one of my favourite YouTubers. I watch him quite a lot. He recently did an interview with David Braben. Oh, here we go. You faded into the long dark. 3 hours and 10 minutes. Is that all? Is that all I survived? Oh, that's not nearly as good as I thought. I thought I was going to be going for nearly a day there. So, okay, there we go. All done. As I was saying, if you're interested, check out... I've liked it, so you can look at my liked videos, or you can search for Scott Manley and head to his channel. He's done an interview with David Braben, which is basically him sat in a pub with David Braben, both of them getting steadily drunker as the video goes on, although they hold it together fairly well. It's not that bad. But talking about a topic which is dear to both of their hearts, which is astronomy, and specifically the kind of the rogue body problem. David Braben goes into quite a lot of detail about, you know, theories about the number of rogue planets and other things that could be whizzing around the galaxy, and the possibility that basically, you know, one of these things could just come out of virtually nowhere and hit the Earth. Now, that for a body large enough to wipe out civilization, I think there's a pretty good chance we would see it coming, you know, months or years ahead of time, and then it would just be a question of if there's anything we can do about it. The other thing you have to remember is that, you know, the odds of something hitting something else in space are incredibly small. You have to be talking about vast timescales to start to get to reasonably high chances of something happening. Which is why when you look at the history of the Earth, it doesn't have, you know, all life being wiped out every few million years. You know, I mean, the gap between extinction events is much longer than that. But nonetheless, it's an interesting topic to look at and see. But obviously, there's lots of different things that cause extinction events. Anyway, I am now officially rambling. I'm rambling along at the end of the Long Dark episode, and it's pointless. I really enjoyed that, despite the fact that I died repeatedly. I think next time I play, I'm definitely going to knock the difficulty down a notch. It seemed in that mode that basically you couldn't step foot outside without being mauled to death by a wolf, which you know, it makes it difficult to progress and to see what you need to do to survive. So we'll knock it down a difficulty level. But let me know what you think. Did you enjoy the Long Dark? Do you have any hints and tips? Is there anything that I was, you know, not doing that I should have been doing? I figured out the med kit. That's quite important. And yeah, and so there you go. That's it. That is the end. That is the end of the episode. Fantastic. Well, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I have been Weird Wizard, and I will see you later.